Hello, all of you Vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Broston County, where today we are over here at our lumber industry, our forestry industry, and you may be thinking, kind of a weird place to begin with an established industry, but you're right, it is. However, several episodes ago, actually between videos, I renamed this from just the general or generic forestry industry to Sterling Davies Lumber. That's right. Prominent businessman Sterling Davies has expanded operations into Broston County. Broston County actually isn't all that far from Pine Pass. They're in the same state. Not sure what the name of that state is. I don't know. I haven't looked that up. Maybe the comments section can help us decide on the state. I even am going to work on figuring out a way to connect this waterway on a greater map to the water, the big lake in Pine Pass, to make these all the same thing. I'm thinking if this is this way, we could have Pine Pass kind of up here, rotated on its upside down from where we normally look at it, so that this could all be one lake that kind of flows in together and adds up to the north, more mountainous area. You can see, we're starting to get in the mountains in Broston County, so it's not a stretch, but a little farther north with some higher mountains would be snow covered in Pine Pass. So yeah, it's all the same universe. So we have some influences, and we'll see some of the players like Shirley Holmes, or who owns the farm, come into play. We have Madison Oil, and we have somebody for that. We even have somebody for the fishery that owns all of our major industries, and one of those developers is working to do all of this entertainment, and it's actually a combination of one that is already moved into town, Sterling Davies, along with somebody he's become quite good friends with, Elizabeth Harris, who you may remember took over the Prime Ore Deal mining operation, but her real goal is to be a resort developer. And one of the reasons that we're looking at this land is I've wanted to have, and the city has wanted to have, a good reason to have a pretty thick tree canopy separating the views, so that we're not just looking over into the oil industry. And I think I've come up with something that is going to make really good use of this space. But before we get into that, I want to move back to where we were last time over in Elmbrook, which probably could use a better name, where we are trying to bring a bit more entertainment and sightseeing to some of Destin's cabins, so that they can be much more profitable. Though, honestly, at this point, I don't know if they're going to make more than 222, because we've got 5 guests staying in all of them, even though they got lower popularity, I think. But it only has 5, so that one could definitely do with a few more. That one only has 4. Sorry, I meant to say 4 and I said 5. You know what I meant. But they're still doing all right. But, there are things that we can do to improve that. So we started the nature reserve out here. It's not getting a whole lot of visitors. It's going to take a while to get this thing fully upgraded, truth be told. But we've got a lot of land back here that we can make use of for expanding the campgrounds. I would also like to find an asset that's not so huge, because I'm not a big fan of just how big. And this is the side gate. It's a small one. But for now, we are going to continue off from this path that we have over here, and we're just going to keep using our dirt paths. And we may even add another gate somewhere over this direction, possibly. Not 100% sure yet. But let's turn all of our snap twos off, because I just want to kind of come in here and just generally freeform all this and come up with an area that wraps in back here and then comes back out. And comes back out like right around over here-ish. Like right about here. For now, we'll just go ahead and put a regular gate on that. It'll be fine. And then I want to add some trees, and as usual, since I don't have a Broston County brush still, don't ask me why I don't, I just don't. We're just going to copy some trees and drop those down back here. And that should be fine. Yep, looks totally fine. And then I'm going to expand the district for the park to encompass this that we just built. This doesn't snap to trails, so I'm just going to do my best to kind of incorporate it all. That should work just fine. This will help us get the entertainment value of this up, as well as adding a few extra amenities to the area. So I'm going to bring in a couple of these camping sites. Not a whole lot. We don't need a whole lot. And yeah, I know that it's saying that it's not connected. We'll get it connected. Don't worry. Actually, I'm going to turn this, bring it down like this right here. And then we're going to come back through in with our path. Let's stick with our dirt path. Yeah, let's stick with our dirt path, because I think if I add anything else, it'll start looking a little funky, and we don't want it to look a little funky. There we go. That one's now connected. Feels fairly secluded, and then this one will just get kind of a little curvy path right there, and that's good for that one. And brings our entertainment value way up. Will hopefully bring some more people out this way. Do we not have park maintenance in this town? We have two way over there. Given the number of parks that we have, I think we're going to dedicate some of this land over here by forestry to some park maintenance. If we can find a good, let's just tack one more on right there. That building kind of fits in out here by the forestry. Yeah, it does. Let's go ahead and give it the Land Rover one. I like that. Well, Land Rover, or is it a Jeep? Oh, it's a Jeep. Well, maybe it is a Defender. Yeah, I think it is more a Defender. Definitely. Anyways, what's this one? Kind of the same model, they're just different colors. Okay, whatever. I thought they were significantly different, but no, they're just different colors. Anyway, that's going to get that hopefully upgrading sooner rather than later. I don't know why I clicked that. That wasn't what I wanted. But we're going to struggle, though, to, I think, get enough people out here. But hopefully this will get the maintenance boosted up and make this slightly more appealing. Let's see if we can't get one of these maintenance vehicles over here to do that. Well, I've waited like 5 minutes and 4 vehicles drove by and didn't stop here. They just went right on past, probably going out this way somewhere. So that's fine. Whatever. We'll just ignore that for now. And move over here into what I want to get started with. We're going to do a couple of different things out here. Though it's going to be challenging to get part of it done. I need to think about how I want to do this. I may eliminate this road here completely, though then without negate the need for this to be a collector all the way down here, but that's okay. We could trim that down and just make this a nice curve into here. Because if we take this from 4-lane down to 2-lane here, that would kind of make sense. But I want to use this waterfront more for a couple parks. So we're going to eliminate that. It served us well. It was fine for what we started with, but we have grander plans now. So I want to bring this, I want to turn my snap twos back on. Bring this up to here, and that is just one shy of the full segments. There we go. That'll give us a nice turn there, and then this can now come off at a T-junction over here, and I think I might even want to bring it back up and around. We'll see. For now, I don't want to. I just don't want it to be a dead end down here. I want there to be like a meaningful way to actually turn around, but we'll figure that out. We will definitely figure that out. So we're gonna have a couple different park areas here. One is going to be right here. That goes down into here and extends out into the water just a bit, not a lot. I don't think we need a whole lot to go out there. We are going to expand out there just a little bit. And then the other one is going to fill up the rest of this area. I don't know how much space we're going to need, but we will need quite a bit of space. And it, too, is going to extend out into the water somewhere. We need to look and see where our ship path is. And then this one's going to come across and come up this way pretty far, and that might not even be enough space. I'm pretty sure you can guess what's about to go into that one, huh? Yeah, probably. There we go. So where does our ship path go? It just clears those, yeah? Yeah, that should be alright. So we're right there. I wish there was a hotkey to get to the transport menu. I know what I can do. I will just hold my handy dandy ink pen up to the screen. Boom, right there. I just want to make sure we got plenty of space. Yeah, plenty of space. It's a big gap. The path is like here. So cool. Now we're going to have two different parks out here. We're going to go ahead and unpause the game. Don't know why it's paused. And the first one is an amusement park that is going to have its main gate about there, and then right across the street, right across the road, however you want to say it, is going to be the zoo main gate. Actually, hold that thought. I just thought of how I can loop this around and make each gate feel a little bit more special. You can do something like this. There we go. Now that loops around, it gives us a little area here. We could put some parking or something out that way, and it gives us a way to get a loop, and it kind of gives us a bit of separation so we just don't have two park gates just across the street from each other. Yeah, I think that'll be much better, and then we could run a bus over here, from here, or from over here, though I think I got rid of this bus. Yeah, I got rid of this bus entirely. It was kind of pointless since there's a metro that connects these two anyway. If they want to jump on a bus, they can do it there. That bus doesn't really go anywhere right now. We may even wind up putting a metro stop in here, in between these two. I don't know, it's something we'll have to look at. Maybe run like a pedestrian road down the middle and do one of our metro stops out there. So let's get some water pipes underneath the road here. Cool. And what I'm envisioning for the amusement park is just to have it kind of fill this space with like the roller coaster and the big Ferris wheel, maybe even the drop tower, just kind of out on like a little pier, and then the rest of it just filling in this space here. The amusement park props don't take up a lot of space to be able to get like a good sized amusement park. You just don't need a ton of space for it. So we don't have a whole lot available to us right now. We have the cafe and game booths. We have a carousel. Let's try to capitalize on the view of a view of the carousel coming in. So we're going to go in like this, bring that over, and then I forgot how many that was. That was 80. Bring that over 80, and then plop the carousel right there in the middle, so that as you walk in the gate, that's just your view is the carousel. In fact, I may even put a path behind it so that we aren't looking at the ticket booth. and that we're looking at just the carousel. Yeah, I like that idea. So we are going to put a little bit of a path behind it as well. So that would need to run. Let me turn road guidelines off. They're going to get in my way. So that would need to run right there. That's the wrong path. And that's underground. There we go. This is the path we want right here. So right like that. Bring that down, bring that down. Now I can spin this around. And I think that is the better view from the entrance. Yeah, much better. So I like that. And then what we can do off to the sides here is get in the arcades, and we can have it just flank either side. And then that really frames your entrance. So you've got just something bringing... I wish I had a better first-person camera, but you've got something just kind of framing your view, just drawing your eye right down in to that. And then the pier will come straight off of here as well, and that'll be like the center of the pier. That should give us enough that we can start going. I'm going to do an advertisement campaign. I am going to do, not Main Park, which is the one that, there we go, park buildings, does bring up our cost, but it also brings up the entertainment. So we get more entertainment per building. So that should be fine. We should start seeing people come over here probably fairly quick. And I think I do want to have a metro stop over here instead of a bus. I don't know if I really need a bus over here anyway. That bus may wind up servicing things that are farther away. Or we could do both. Also, we could do both. We could definitely do both. So what do we use over here? I want to use basically the same road. So we've got some visual continuity going on. And we're just going to run that right like that. And then middle here is 13. So I can't quite get in the middle. So we'll have to kind of be happy with it being offset, I guess. I mean, I could throw a node in right there, but then I'm afraid it would mess with the park entrances. I really put that there. Maybe we'll just do a path instead. Yeah, maybe we'll do that instead. Though they could just walk around. It's not that far. Yeah, let's do a node and see if it messes with the park entrances. If it does, well, then we'll deal with that. Oh, there is a node right there already, though. So basically, I want the node right dead center on those. So what if can I get away with removing that node and then adding back in? Is that going to cause any problems? So far, no. And then I want this just right there, dead center. And then I need to remove the node. It's right there. And hopefully now, when I bring this across, no, it's still not where I want it to be. This one is, though. There we go. That works. And then we can get a little metro in right here. Along with some other little things. Maybe some little shops or something. We can throw a little metro right there. And instead of having this loop around this way, we can have it go to the train station last. So we're going to redo this metro line. Massive, unrealistic undertaking, but I think warranted. Definitely warranted. It means I also need to we'll just remove the whole line and redraw it. Yeah, that'd be the easiest thing. So red line gone. That green line's going crazy. By the way, I don't remember if I did it in the video or if I did it after the video last time. I separated out the two lines, and that brought ridership on them both up significantly. I guess they just saw that this was too long out here, but they were willing to make a connection and then come over here. Kind of weird, but if it works, I'm not going to argue with it. I will just accept that it's working better now and be happy. I'm going to bring this up 2 and then up 2, and then we will find where we need to make a connection over here. Just kind of eyeball that. That looks pretty close. Not perfectly straight. It'll do. And then this one, I think we'll bring down like this and then into here. Like that. And then now we can reestablish our line. And let's see if I can get this to stop on the right side. Indeed, it is stopping on the right side, or the correct side. And then it will terminate back over there. And I am seeing one little issue right here off the bat, because that's on a pedestrian path, but not in a pedestrian area. It's going to cause problems. So what we can do is just bring this pedestrian area right over here, right into that, and then trim that off. Just so, oh, that did not like that. Okay, try that again. There we go. So we'll have to leave. Nope, it's just not going to accept me doing that, is it? This is going to be tricky to get this, because I don't want to get the gates outside of their respective park areas. There we go. Now I should be able to trim that off. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to come back in with our park brush and then just clean this up a little bit. Get that right there. Cool. Not the prettiest, but they will work. And that should get us what we need to bring people over here via the metro. So we've got a good start for entertainment on the amusement park, and we will hopefully start seeing some upgrades. Maybe we might be cannibalizing everything, though. We are getting more visitors now per week, so that's kind of nice. So we're going to get that going, and now we are going to start our zoo. And for the zoo, there's a new building, but I don't remember when we get it. It seems like an awful lot of buildings already unlocked for a zoo. I thought these were like some level 2 buildings going on here. I wonder if... have we had a zoo in this build before? And we got rid of it or something? No. There's no zoo. There's definitely no zoo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why that's got some stuff already unlocked, but I'll take it. So, I kind of want to keep, like the different, roughly the same type of animals. Like the antelope, moose, and reindeer, they can all kind of go in together in one area. The bison could probably go over with their insects, and maybe birds could go together. I don't know what they're primates. Okay, so this will probably go in with our elephants and our giraffes and our monkeys and our rhinos and our lions, and then we can have the flamingos come around the corner here, be down by the water with the water stuff down that way. So we're gonna work our way over more than we are out, but I also want to give each exhibit a lot of space. And to start that, I want to ensure that we have kind of a nice looking entrance here leading into everything. And we're going to kind of do like we did on the other side. I think there's some good excuses to be made for the symmetry that we can get here. I could make this all one park, but I really don't want to. Where do I want? This is what I want. I want the Zoo Plaza centered right like that. And then right in behind it, we don't have any of the actual really nice architectural buildings yet. It's kind of what I want. are the better little buildings that you can get. But that's fine. We'll get there. So that's the side gate. That's the side gate. There's our cafe. We could have a cafe down right here as you enter. If I can click the right button. That's always important. I'm going to back it off just a little bit. And then I'm going to also throw in a souvenir shop on this side. And then we'll throw our restrooms in right here by the shop. And we should probably think about adding those over here to the amusement park as well. Probably not a bad idea. But for now, I think we've got enough. Yeah, we've got enough attractiveness on that one. We've got enough attractiveness on that one. So we're going to go in here and turn on animal ethics. That's the only one that really, other than main park, truly causes extra people to want to come here because it brings in more entertainment. So we're kind of gonna take this as we get upgrades available. I'm gonna just keep my eye on each park, and when one upgrades, we'll start adding more buildings. The zoo may wind up getting rebuilt a little bit, as well as out here in our amusement park. We may wind up having to rebuild it a few times. We have some exhibits around, but in the end, I think what we're gonna have is gonna be pretty special. Downside to this area is it still is just a big giant cul-de-sac. We've only got one collector in and out. And I don't know that there's really a good way to remedy that. I don't think you would want to have... I mean, we already have some people coming in through the industrial site to get here. I don't think we would want to do that again. Plus, I think there's heavy enough traffic going through this area that's dedicated to the industrial site that I don't want to add to it. So we will pick back up when one of these parks upgrades. I'm going to kind of zoom out here so I can see all three, and we'll be back. Place your bets right now. Leave a comment down below which one is going to be the first one to get an upgrade. And if your vote was on the amusement park being the first one to upgrade, well, congratulations. You nailed it. And we need to get some more entertainment in here. Let's see what new attractions we have for the amusement park. And that would be the rotating teacups and the piggy train. Of course, we do need to get some restrooms, souvenir shop, and a cafe in. Oh, we also have that's the park plaza that we have not used anywhere. We could throw in a park plaza. Maybe right behind that. That could look kind of cool and give us a little bit of separation from like the, place where you take your kids for the gentler rides to the more exciting rides that are going to be back here. Yeah, that could be really a really good thing. So let's look at the other rides. Will the piggy train fit right here? It won't, but if I expanded that out, it could. Same with the teacups. If I brought this out just a little farther, we could get both of those in here and have like a really focused area right here. So let's go back on that, and all these guys are gonna complain, and bring this out. Instead of 80, I think 100 should do it. If not, well, we'll expand again, but I think this will be fine. I think that'll get all three of these in here without any issue. That one fits, and that one fits. Lovely. And I just think that's, it just makes a nice family-friendly, gentler ride area right here. That, this is where you would want to bring the children's. The thing is, I don't like that there's this gap. Can we scooch that over just a bit? Yep. And scooch this over a little bit more there. That's good there. So we may as well do the same on this side. Just go one more over. How's that look though? Is that got that too close? No, that's fine. That's right on there. This could maybe be a tad closer, but I'm not gonna get that in the weeds about it. What I am going to do is come in here and grab our little ploppable decals and try to get this lined up mostly. Are we going the right way? No, it needs to be like... Wait, it needs to be like that? Does this not really match up with those? There, like that. You do like that. So let's see here. It still doesn't look right. It is though. Yeah, this is bigger than that one. Maybe the teacups need to move over just a little bit. Yeah, that's what we'll do, is move the teacups over just a skosh. Just gonna have some Z fighting for just a moment while we get through all this. But then, what I'm worried about is that we won't have space over here for these. No, this will fit fine. There, that just fills that out a little bit better. And then we can add in, like, a place for some kids to get some balloons. You can add in a little goofy everything's this way sign. Actually, I think everything this way sign would probably be better suited over here, but there's no room for it now. Oh, wait. Ah, there we go. We'll just have two of those goofy signs. And then we can throw in just, like, some little games back in this corner. I didn't realize there's already a balloon stand on that. So we'll throw in a couple of these and what I believe is probably either a claw game or a fortune teller. It's a claw game, probably. And that will fill out that corner quite nicely. And then what we could do is throw our souvenir shop on one end. So we have all the rides in now. Yeah. We've got everything available. So we'll throw our souvenir shop right here on this end. And then we're going to come down here with our cafe. And I'm going to go ahead and extend out the path like that. Actually, a little bit more. And we are going to get out of that menu. And I want to extend it just a little there so I know what my limits are to either side. And put a cafe right here. No, right here. Right? Yes. Because I now want to do pretty much the same thing. I want to expand this seating area. Just make it feel a little more full. Like there's actually some space here for more than just 4 families to sit down and eat their overpriced concessions. Because let's face it, concessions are always overpriced in the amusement park. I can't get these right on top there. What if I do prop anarchy? Then I can. And then where is that table of chairs? Because I would really like to do that again. Just kind of for continuity's sake. But I don't know where that is. Oh, hey, let's get... I was afraid of that. Let's get these to match. Let's put this back. I just noticed that there was 2 different variations of this. But that's just a bench, and we really want seating here. So yeah, let's do seating. Oh, it sounds like the zoo just upgraded as well. That's awesome. There we go. That gets us a bit more seating. We could maybe even do 1 more row here, just to make this feel nice and complete. Yeah, that looks good. And then before I forget, we're going to tuck the restrooms down either side. Like, we're going to bump it right up against that. And I think there's some merit in having 2 sets of restrooms. So we will do 2 sets of restrooms. 1 in the front, 1 in the back. Cool. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we will do just a little bit more seating. Actually, this one's going to be just a bench. That's where you can wait on whoever is in the restroom from your party. And you can just kind of have a little sit down while you're chilling. I know there's benches there, but whatever. So yeah, our zoo upgraded, and you have not yet. Though you're getting there. You are getting there. I did go ahead and run the travel fair. It's only got 7 days left, but that made the city super attractive. And if I hit the right button, you can see what it did for our tourism. It bumped it from like 772 up to 1528. So that is helping these parks by bringing in a few more people per week, though there's so many other attractions in the area that we're just struggling a little bit to get the tourists focused over here. Did add in some parking lots just to give them a place to park the car. But cool. So that's got that up to now 1,200, which is more than sufficient. That'll probably be the extent of how far the amusement park comes this way. We may add a couple of things this way and a little bit right here. The rest of it's going to come out into the water. There's not a whole lot of buildings left, honestly, in the amusement park. But did it get a new building as well? I can't remember if... Yeah, it did. It got a log ride. So I think the log ride would look kind of cool right here by the plaza. I think that'd be awesome. But that brings us over to the zoo. So let's see what we have unlocked in there. And I'm hoping, yes, that's what I was really hoping for, is one of our nicer looking buildings. So I want to have that just like right back here by our square here. So I'm going to bring that up there and then down and around, do a little separation, and then drop that in. I just like doing that because, again, with your sight lines, that's just a nice looking building to have there. As you come in, it really gets your attention. So these guys don't need water down here? Oh, they have water down here. Okay. Since this is all zoo, we're just going to... I'll keep it underneath the paths. But it's zoo property, so it doesn't matter if it's as focused. And that should get them more than enough. But we have several new enclosures now. So let's do some of the bison and things like that back in this area. So we know we want to have like an African area with the primates and elephants and giraffes and lions and all that. And then we want to have kind of a more North American with bison, antelope. I'm just going to throw them down to see what all I have. The birdhouse, I can probably get away with having like down here-ish, kind of near the entrance. So I'm going to throw that there to remind me that that's where I want that. And then the moose and reindeer enclosure needs to be with these guys here. So that's all we have unlocked so far. Let's move this on down. And then figure out how we want to arrange all of this in order to make this work here. So I think if we spun this around and ran it right off that path, or kind of leave it at how it's oriented. Maybe just spin it around that way. Yeah, so I'm going to put it on there, and then I'm going to move it, so I can hold down Alt when I rotate it. And that way I know it's staying square to everything else that we have right here. And then we're going to bring this path in. And I kind of like it having that bit of separation that is there. So I'm going to bring that there. And then I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to hope that having it right next to the path is good enough. It is not. It's kind of sad, but that's okay. So we're going to kill the trees here, and we're going to bring that down just far enough, and then I'm going to bring that right up to that corner, right like that. Is that how we want that? You don't really get a view of the swans. You only get to see these dudes. So maybe this isn't the ideal location for this. Maybe instead we bring it right here onto the other side. And then we can surround it. We can kind of bring this path up and around. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work fine. So let's grab that, move it just to the other side of the path right here. And then bring that path in. We want to give it a bit of separation in the back just so the animals have... You want them to have a bit of privacy. So that they have a sanctuary to go to. So I think I'm going to bring that down even one more than I did. Right there. And then that can give the birds, we can put some trees back this way. or a fence or something, and that would give the birds that protection and privacy they want. But then you could come up here and view them all. And I don't know about the poor swans. They're not really going to have anywhere they can go. Can they get in that building? They can't, but oh well. At least our eagles will have something to make them feel a bit more protected. So I'm going to get rid of that. We'll probably wind up putting another one of our more solidified, like actual architectural buildings in that place. So let's think of where we're going to put these other three. So we've got bison, we have moose and reindeer, and we have antelope. The antelope enclosure doesn't have any built-in paths. I kind of want to, again, look at these assets and see where is it. So up there is the main viewing area. Yeah, so we would want to keep back here kind of separated out. Again, to give these guys just a little bit of a feeling of privacy. And give them that little bit of a refuge to go to. So let's bring this in. And this is where we're going to start deviating from just having everything in squares. And we're going to put that in right about there. And that will give us the opportunity to bring this in. And I think both of these areas. So that's a viewing area for the public, as is the bridge. And that, so there's not really an edge that is really secluded, though this looks like this would be more where the staff would go. So let's bring this around like here-ish. And we can get that connected there. And then we can have our moose and reindeer, moose and squirrel. I shouldn't be old enough to remember that, but I am. And then our actual observation areas aren't as clear cut here. There's not like a sign. Oh, there's the sign. Okay. There's the sign. And I saw it. It opened up my eyes. And then there's the sign. And there's the sign. So let's kind of get this corner here away from everything. And maybe bring that back. Right back over here, and this will let me get some of these areas connected. That'll work. And then we just need some paths to get this all connected up and to make this guy happy. So for that, I'm just going to bring in a path right in front of there. And that should make that one happy. And then hopefully we can get just a nice little curve in there. We can. The same right there. We can get a lovely little curve in. And then here, I'm going to go ahead and bring this in back here for certain. But I would also like a connection up this way. So what I'm going to do is, just to increase where we can view these dudes. Okay. Let's fix this. Bring that out one more. There we go. We're going to bring that right up alongside those guys. And then I'm going to turn my guidelines back on here. There we go. And that gets a connection there. And then we can make one more connection right there. This can just be some wooded area or a place we put some of the shops or things like that. I'm okay with having big green spaces between the different exhibits. My favorite zoos I ever have gone to are like that. You go to an exhibit, you walk a little bit through just nature and fountains and stuff like that, and then you come up to another exhibit, and it's just nice. So wow, that really brought that up quite a bit. So for water, I guess we can try to follow the paths somewhat, but eventually we're gonna run into issues with that, I think. So we'll go roughly underneath the paths, but I'm not gonna aim to keep it perfectly under there. Cool. And then for now, I'm just going to get rid of that since we haven't started our African adventure just yet. So that's cool. This now needs to get up to 2,500. This now needs to get up to 2,500. Both of them have all the entertainment that they need. I think our next one that'll upgrade, though, maybe back here, 1856. So they're less than 700 away. But these guys are still quite a ways away. Though he's catching up pretty doggone fast. However, I think this video has gone on long enough, so I believe we will pick up our adventures in park building next time. So, until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.